The wind carried the smell of harvest across Bethlehem's fields, a scent of promise. Few could appreciate it more deeply than Ruth, a foreigner still whispered about in the marketplace. Her story began with loss. Years earlier, famine drove Elimelech, Naomi, and their sons from Bethlehem to Moab. There, the sons married Moabite women. Orpah and Ruth. Hope seemed to hold, then death came. Elimelech died, then both sons, leaving 3 widows in a land that offered little mercy. Naomi decided to return home alone. She told her daughters-in-law, "Go back to your people. May the Lord grant you rest in a new home." Tears followed, but Ruth refused to go. "Where you go, I will go. Where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God my God." So the 2 women journeyed together, one bitter, one loyal, both broken. When they reached Bethlehem, the city stirred. "Can this be Naomi?" The women asked. She answered, "Do not call me Naomi. Call me Mara, for the Lord has dealt harshly with me." They had nothing but each other and gritty faith. God plants beginnings inside endings. It was harvest time when Ruth decided to act. "Let me go to the fields to glean among the ears of grain behind anyone in whose eyes I find favor." Widows and the poor were allowed to pick up leftover stalks, a mercy in Israel's law. As she worked, the overseer noticed her diligence. Word spread to the field's owner, Boaz. Boaz, a respected man of wealth and integrity, from Naomi's late husband's clan. When Boaz arrived, he asked, "Whose young woman is this?" The overseer answered, "She is the Moabite. She came back with Naomi from Moab. She's been here since morning, gathering without rest." Boaz approached her. "Listen, my daughter, don't go to any other field. Stay here. Stay here with my servant girls. When you're thirsty, drink from the jars my men have filled." Ruth fell to her knees. "Why have I found such favor, since I am a foreigner?" Boaz smiled gently. "I've been told all that you have done for your mother-in-law, how you left your people and came to live among strangers. May the Lord repay you. May you be richly rewarded by the Lord, the God of Israel, under whose wings you have come to take refuge." Her heart warmed. Grace feels heavy when you know you don't deserve it. Day after day, Ruth harvested behind his workers. She returned to Naomi each evening. Naomi saw the glimmer in her daughter-in-law's eyes and asked, "Where did you glean today?" "In the field of a man named Boaz," Ruth said. Naomi froze, then whispered, "The Lord bless him. He is one of our kinsman redeemers." That night, hope returned to Naomi's face. Hope stirred by Providence she thought she'd lost. Weeks passed, the harvest drew to an end, but love's quiet seed had begun to grow. Naomi, half mother, half matchmaker, said, "My daughter, shall I not seek a home for you? Tonight Boaz will be winnowing barley at the threshing floor. Wash, anoint yourself, and go. When he lies down, note where he rests. Then uncover his feet and lie down. He will tell you what to do." It sounds strange to modern ears, but it was an ancient way of appealing for protection and redemption, a widow's plea for a future. Ruth obeyed. In the stillness of night, she approached quietly, heart hammering. Boaz woke suddenly. "Who are you?" She answered softly, "I am Ruth, your servant. Spread your garment over me, for you are a kinsman redeemer." He sat up, astonished yet moved. "You have shown great kindness, for you did not run after younger men. Do not fear. I will do for you all that you ask, for everyone knows you are a woman of noble character." But there was one problem. Another relative closer in line to redeem Naomi's estate. "Stay here until morning," Boaz said, "and if he will redeem you, let him. If not, as surely as the Lord lives, I will." True to his word, Boaz went early too. The town gate the next day where business was settled. He called witnesses and spoke to the nearer kinsman, offering him first right to purchase the land. The man hesitated when he learned it included marrying Ruth, a Moabite. He declined. Boaz, smiling with quiet certainty, claimed the right publicly. He said before the elders, "Today you are witnesses that I have bought from Naomi all that belonged to Elimelech, and I have taken Ruth the Moabite as my wife." The crowd blessed them. "May the Lord make this woman like Rachel and Leah, who together built the house of Israel." And thus the widow's story became a wedding. In time Ruth bore a son, Obed. The women of Bethlehem gathered around Naomi, saying, "Blessed be the Lord, who has not left you without a redeemer today. He will renew your life and sustain you in your old age, for your daughter-in-law, who loves you more than 7 sons, has given him birth." That baby would grow up to become the grandfather of King David, and generations later through David's line would come Jesus Christ, from Moabite widow to grandmother of the Messiah, proof that God weaves redemption through even the most ordinary acts of loyalty and love. Ruth and Boaz's story is not a tale of luck, it's a map of providence. Every choice that looked small, kindness to Naomi, gleaning in a random field, obedience in awkward instructions folded into a plan too big for them to see. That's how faithful living works. We walk inch by inch, and God builds eternity around each step. Ruth wasn't chosen for pedigree or power. She was chosen because she stayed, because loyalty in famine prepared her for fruitfulness in grace. Boaz didn't just redeem property. He redeemed a person, foreshadowing the greater Redeemer. When you think God has abandoned your story, remember Ruth bending among the gleanings. And Boaz watching from the edge of the field. He hasn't forgotten you. He's writing redemption between the lines. The Book of Ruth teaches one unmistakable truth. God's plans are personal. He sees you in the fields of survival and prepares blessings beyond imagination. The waiting you endure may feel empty, but the harvest is being woven quietly beneath the surface. Ruth went looking for scraps and found destiny. If you trust like she did, your gleaning seasons can still lead to grace, because the Redeemer still walks the fields, and his eyes still find those who stay faithful.